So today, first of all, I just want to start out the video. How you guys doing? Today we're gonna be doing a custom card review on LR Superman and Supergirl, and it's coming in from Sam. But before I go in and read Sam's custom card, send me custom cards over to vhfcustomcards@gmail.com so I get to your custom card as soon as possible while I'm getting all of these recent custom cards out of the way, as well as Easy A concepts. I do welcome Easy A concepts. Video schedule is not going to be fixed till next year. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. I do understand that I haven't uploaded in about, I think, a couple of weeks. And then prior to that was like a couple more weeks again. Yeah, I think it was a couple more weeks before. But, yeah, that's something I have to throw out there because holiday season. And I'm not going to lie, I have been relaxing lately and I've been feeling good, and I hope you guys have been feeling good yourselves. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about LR Superman and Supergirl from My Adventures with Superman, and it of course comes in from Sam. Sam says, if you haven't seen this show, it's honestly so great, especially after watching the season 2 finale. I made a custom card for them because why not? Enjoy, smiley face. Sam, as always, thank you for sending your custom card, my brother. And we're going to go ahead and get straight to it. So what exactly do we have here? Let me just go ahead and move myself over here. We, of course, do have a 200% skill, just courtesy of Sam. Thank you for leaving that there, my friend. Let's go ahead and just put this right up here just for the time being. All right. So it does look good on the screen. It's not cutting any of the text out with my webcam. Okay. Let's see. So, world-saving cousins, Superman and Supergirl, and they are Super Int. Of course, they are LR. And their stats, 24k plus HP, 21,000 plus attack, and 15,000 defense, as I say or as I said in some of these older custom card review videos. There is no in between when it comes to stats. Either there's going to be a very high defensive stat, or there's going to be crazy high stats across the board. And as you guys can see, that is a very high defensive stat. And now, granted, with that high defensive stat, that attack stat is looking pretty high, or that attack number. Well, it is a stat, but you guys get the gist. Okay, so their leader skill. All right, so Connected Hope, Defenders of Justice, or Superheroes 3 key and 170% across the board. And their 30% of stats is to join forces, Battle of Fate, or crossover. All right, and this is their category 200% skill. Okay, so the category just off rip is looking pretty good. I'd probably say pretty good because you have the Faith trio, you got Jiren and UI, you got Beast because of course he's still a great unit. Who else do you have here? I mean, you got Gammas on the other hand. You do have Evo Ken. You do have Aja UI. You have the monstrous Tech Super Gogeta. Who else do we have here? Granted, you could get a little bit of shenanigans off with the 50-year Tech Vegito Blue, but hey, that's neither here or there. Who do we have for TURs? We do have you guys. Could we fit you guys on a team with LR, Superman, and Supergirl? Xenoban, just goated unit. Is there any super easy A's? Let me just go ahead and skip on down. No, this category, for their 200% go is pretty small. Yeah, because it stops at the Xeno Trunks. Yeah, and if you scroll up, it doesn't take too long to get over to the LRs. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, so I mean there is enough to make a team, of course, but granted there are a bunch of top heavy characters on the team, i.e. Tech Super Gogeta Post EZA, Faith Trio, and so on and so forth. Okay, so their super attack for their 12 key, that being Kryptonian combo, 50% attack and defense to 1 turn. They deal Meg Colossal damage, so of course you guys see Meg Colossal damage on the 12 key, you already know where exactly we're getting at. And they seal as well as greatly lowering the enemy's attack and defense. So a very good combination of super attack effects for the 12 key. And their 18 key, that being the Sun-powered Infinite Mass Punch. That is a dope name. A very loaded name is with their loaded super attack effects, as you guys can see, or effects. They greatly stack attack, and they also get 50% defense for 1 turn. Of course, still doing Meg Colossal damage makes sense because it's 18 key super, and delays enemy action once within the turn. Strong, of course. And they also give super class allies 50% attack and defense for 1 turn, I like to assume. Okay, so strong. They are supporting and disabling enemy action, while also greatly stacking attack and getting 50% defense one turn or 18 key. And on their 12 key, while doing mega colossal damage from both their modifiers to their 12 and 18 key super attack effects, they get 50% attack defense in one turn, sealing and greatly lowering the enemy's attack and defense. Greatly lowering attack and defense as well as the seal, helpful, obviously. Alright. So the passive, they activate the Interest animation once only, and they give all allies 6 key and 20% attack and defense for the rest of the battle when there is another Defenders of Justice category character on the team on the character's entry turn. They lead Defenders of Justice. I think I overlooked it. Yeah, they do. Nice. It makes a whole lot of sense. Like, Connected Hope makes sense. Superheroes, even though it's meant for these Dragon Ball superhero characters, I mean, makes sense because they are literal superheroes. And Defenders of Justice, everything just makes sense. Yeah, join forces makes sense because they literally are joined to, join forces. They're joined together. Battle of Fate makes a whole lot of sense. Granted, I have not seen this show, but I'm just going off of, I mean, they're superheroes. Usually, they're going up against enemies that usually fate-induced battles. Now, anyways, back on over to the passive. So they are just a monstrous key support as well as a moderately good attack and defensive support for the rest of the battle. Granted, you have that Defenders of Justice character on the team, which should be easy considering the fact that this card is leading Defenders of Justice, and this should be very easy to proc considering the fact that you do have AGL Jiren, who is on Defenders of Justice, correct? So let me just go ahead and bring this up for the video. He is on Defenders of Justice, right? He is right there, so it should be quite easy to proc that considering the fact that you do have Jiren as a option, right? Okay, so what else do we have here? 6 key and 250% attack and defense, just baseline at the start of turn. And they get an additional 100% attack and defense when performing a super attack. Nice. And they also get additional 50% attack and defense up to 200% attack and defense for each super attack performed. So they have to super attack 4 times to build up their 200% attack and defense from 50% attack and defense. And they also get a unrestricted 40% damage reduction. And they guard all attacks when there is a Defenders of Justice category ally attack in the same turn, or when there's an extreme class enemy. It makes a whole lot of sense considering the fact that, of course, these are superheroes. They're going up against the forces of evil, so this makes sense on that front, as well as them having the Defenders of Justice category ally attack at the same turn. I guess referencing to you having, Superman having, like, Supergirl with him? I don't know. I'm just making guesses, alright? I've never seen the show. Anyways, they also perform a guarantee super, just here, right here, guys, just performs additional super attack, just unrestricted. And they also perform an additional attack as a 70% chance to become a super attack when all allies, or just all characters, attacking in the same turn are super class, so you want a full super class team. And they also randomly change key spheres, of course, and exclude it to rainbow, so they're just a unrestricted rainbow orb changer. And they also get 70% attack and defense, as well as a 50% chance to dodge, as well as including super attacks, obviously, when obtaining 1 rainbow key sphere. Very easy to proc, just 1 rainbow key sphere to get 3 stats and a 50% chance to dodge. And they also foresee enemy super attacks when HP is 50% or above. This card just has it all, bruh. I mean, we'll talk about it at the end. Anyways, what are we looking at here? Okay, so all allies, self-excluded, get 30% attack and defense for 2 turns for every 3 key spheres obtained upon receiving an attack. Okay, so we're just multi-turn support. Just you love to see it. And they also counter any super attack targeting this character with tremendous power. So just guarantee super attack counters just directed at this character. Not that this character could take damage, because they can't, but just a little cherry on top of this just crazy strong passive. And they also revive, excuse me. They revive with 77% HP starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. I mean, how would you ever revive this character? How? I mean, they have damage reduction, unrestricted. They have unrestricted 40% damage reduction. They have restricted guard. Granted, you have a Defenders of Justice category character attack in the same turn, as well as the other restriction being going up against an extreme class enemy, so just easy restriction to proc. Just guard 40% damage reduction, as well as a 50% chance to dodge with 1 rainbow key sphere. That's separate, the 1 rainbow key sphere for the 50% chance to dodge, as well as the 70% attack and defense. Come on. Is this character really going to revive you? Granted, in this specific scenario, possibly, you could. Like, Go Frieza hits him with a super. Is Go Frieza killing him? Like, Go Frieza below the HP threshold to get their additional attack to blow this character out the water? Probably not. Probably not. But even if you are able to get this character KO'd, they're recovering 77% HP. Anyways, if any character on the team activates a revival skill, all allies get 20% attack and defense for 5 turns starting from this character's next attack and turn, bro. This card is supporting in not 1, not 2, but 3 different ways. They're supporting from their 18 key super by giving super class allies 50% attack and defense 1 turn. I'm assuming it's 1 turn because it's not abbreviated as 1 turn. Just gonna assume that that's what Sam meant. So they're supporting from their 18 key super. They're also supporting from them getting for every 3 key spheres for 2 turns, so multi-turn support. They're also, excuse me, not 3 different ways, 4 different ways. My bad, guys. So from their 18 key super of them giving super class allies 50% attack and defense, that's one part of their kit that they support is from the 18 key super. The second part they support from is from their interest animation support, where they're giving 6 key and 20% attack and defense. A third part, I'm a little flustered. A third part of where they're supporting is where they're giving 20%, excuse me, that's 30%. Oh my god, this is, you know what's crazy? The last video I did was on a ridiculous support type Caroli. I think it was a Caroli, right? They gave ridiculous support. And now this unit's also giving ridiculous support too. So as I was saying, on the third type of part of the kit where they're giving support is for all allies they're getting 30% attack and defense 2 turns. So, and then the fourth part of the kit where they're supporting, they're giving 20% attack and defense for 5 turns. You add that all up, there's 50% attack defense on over here. That's 6 key, and then it's up to, what's that, 70% attack and defense, just adding up completely. What else? And of course, for every 3 key spheres obtained, let's just say you get 3 key spheres, let's just keep it simple. You get 3 key spheres, and you get an additional 30% attack and defense to all allies, as well as the additional 20% attack and defense for 5 turns. Granted, you of course activate the revival skill, right? Okay, so that is 6 key, and I think that's 6 key. Okay, so that's 70% attack and defense. That is 100% attack and defense. That's 120% attack and defense. So let's say you have this card super attack to support, as well as have every part of their passive procced, right? For their support, for the 4 parts of the support, right? From their super attack effect to their passive. That's 6 key and 120% attack and defense to all allies. Well, it's not to all allies. I mean, technically, it's for superclass allies, but you're running a full superclass team. So for your superclass allies, you're giving 6 key and 120% attack and defense. And if you're a extreme class extreme class ally, you're getting 6 key. You're getting 6 key, and that is what? That's 6 key and 70? No. Is that 6 key and 70% attack and defense? Because from your passive with them, you're getting, for all allies, this is all allies support in their entire passive. That's 6 key and this is 30 there. There's 20 there, so that's 50. Yeah, 70. Yeah. So if you're extreme class ally, you're getting 6 key and 70% attack and defense. And if you're a super class ally, you're getting 6 key and 120% attack and defense. So extreme class, 6 key and 70% attack and defense, and super class. Ridiculous support. Add that to the fact to this card greatly stacking attack and having loaded super attack effects from both their 12 and the 18 key super attack effects. Easy attack and defensive build with multiple just super attack procs built in, one being an additional super attack chance as well as one being a guaranteed super. 40% damage reduction unrestricted. Guard, that's restricted, but it's very easy to proc again. What else? A 50% chance to dodge their Rainbow Orb changing. Rainbow Orb changing directly supporting their up to 3 key for every time, of course, upon receiving attack. I mean, come on now. They have a revive. Guard, damage reduction, dodge, revive, Rainbow Orb changing, ridiculous support, guarantee super, additional super attack chance. What do you want me to say? The card has damn near everything. Oh, this card also can foresee super attacks. Granted, your HP is 50% or above. I glanced over that. Okay. I think I glanced over it. So, with that being said, the active skill, that being Kryptonian Healing, fully recovers HP, so Sensu Beam, and 30% attack and defense for the rest of the battle for this character. And can be activated after any character on the team uses a revival skill or starting from the 6th turn of battle. Okay, revival characters. You can just get to have that proc. If you want to be technical, you could run GT Duo just for that, but you could also say on the offhand that this character does take a bit of damage. Fair, right? In today's meta, right? Fight specific, they do take a bit of damage. They do. Admittingly. No? Okay. So technically you could use them for their revive. Completely up to you. AGLUI, you could. You definitely could. As well as, what, is that it? No. That can't be it. No, ain't no way. Is that it? I know I'm glancing over somebody. I feel like I'm glancing over somebody. Certainly not you guys. You guys are a charge character, correct? Very certain. So no. Yeah, I think that's about it. It's just you and you. Yeah, okay. I think I'm glancing over somebody. Of course, you guys are probably seeing it before I do, but yeah. Yeah. So, link set, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, Shocking Speed, Hero of Justice, Infighter, Tough as Nails, and Supreme Warrior. Funny enough, with this link set, they are a solid character right next to LR Jiren. Because LR AGL Jiren has Shocking Speed, he has Infighter, and he also has Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. So, yeah. And not only that, but this card is creating Rainbow Orbs. Has a crazy high defensive stat. Good card. I mean, what can I say? What can I say? The card's good. The card is good. Like, really good. Okay, so in categories, superheroes, connected hope, battle of fate, crossover, defenders of justice, join forces, siblings bond, powerful comeback, and final trump card. W card. W card. So I don't have much more to say. Thank you for sending your card, Sam. Just W card. The card does practically like everything. This card quite literally does everything. What is this card missing? I don't know. I can't think of it. I'm sure it's probably missing something, but this card clears everything that's important for a card. Like, I mean, let's just be completely honest. So, send me custom cards over to vhfcustomcards@gmail.com so they get to your custom card as soon as possible while I'm getting all these recent custom cards out of the way. Again, guys, upload schedule is going to be a bit shaky until next year, so I just want to go ahead and put that out there just in case you guys don't see a video for maybe like 3 days. Let's say I upload today, for example, and then I don't upload for another 3 days, or if I upload today and I don't upload for another week. I'm sorry, the schedule is a bit shaky for me, so I'm just gonna keep it as is, and I'm gonna keep it transparent with you guys. So yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are the best. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I absolutely love you all. Thank you for watching. Peace.